Today we delve into one of my more anticipated games of 2024. This is Rogue Voltage, the engineering roguelike. We are going to be constructing our skills that we get through some deck building action by wiring up modules and building crazy machines to zap monsters and trigger some chain reactions. It is one of the most unique roguelike demos that I've played in the past couple of years. It's been on my wishlist for a while now, and I'm very excited to check out the early access release here. The game releases in 2 days. If you're watching this the day that it comes out, you can wishlist it in the description down below. If you're seeing me from the future, hello. The world is still here, and you can buy the game right now on Steam. Link in the description there as well. Let's do the tutorial because there's a lot going on in this one that is worth seeing. The year is 3000 and something. That's a little bit in the future. The world, it went boom. Well, let's say it's gotten pretty much destroyed. The few survivors of the Gravistrophs live in scattered campsites off gravitonic energy spikes. Okay, sure. I'm with it. And we're in. Okay, so this is Slopper Johnson. 10 out of 10 name, for the record. Considering changing my name to Slopper. I think Slopper Olexa works quite well. In Rogue Voltage, you construct machines from modules that you wire together. Modules run on energy. Some generate it, some amplify it, others consume it. So wiring, we can connect modules by placing wires between input and output jacks of matching colors. So, this is a blaster module that deals damage to the enemy. This is a generator. So this generator that is producing a red output jack, I can draw a wire between this and our blaster. Connecting modules, blah blah blah, and then now I can turn on the voltage and do a little zappy do right there. And we love that for me. I have now taken a damage. And luckily, we have a backpack. So in my backpack, we can store modules, exchange them between characters. We're going to have multiple characters that we're messing with and building contraptions for. So we can take this healing potion that applies healing. It will be cracked and destroyed after I activate it. But I can bring this in. I mean, I can really bring in it anywhere. I don't have to use it just yet. I'm going to start by just smacking your butt again real quick. Kill off the fantastic Mr. Fox here. And then I'll grab this loot. What loot we got here? We got an amplifier. Adds +1 energy to the current. This one converts from green to red. It is, however, cracked, so it'll be destroyed after use. So adds +1 energy to the current. So I could theoretically go... This is an input. So I could go to here and to here. Generates an energy whenever a player character receives healing. Okay, but keep in mind that I might not want to have you connected right now. So let's just chill. We're still in the tutorial, so it's fine. Story begins on a day like any other. Slopper Johnson, our post-apocalyptic parcel character, looking for modules to bring back to his camp. I will click into my next bit of combat. So chain reactions. Have you noticed your cure sensor? That's this, my cure sensor. Sensor modules can produce a lot of energy and allow powerful chain reactions. Let's build your first one. So, if I activate the healing potion with the generator, Slopper Johnson will receive a healing. This triggers the cure sensor, which generates an energy, route it through the amplifier, +1 for a strong 2 damage blast. Okay, so you want me to set this up like this? So let's try to understand this. So the healing, my generator applies healing, and then this guy generates an energy whenever a player receives healing. So I'm going to heal myself. It's going to pass in the energy to here and then output it to here. And this is adding +1 energy to the current, so 2 goes into my blaster. This makes total sense. Am I going to understand that when we get into an actual battle? Frick no. I'm gonna be out here building up weirdo combinations that don't work, and it's gonna be a total mess. And that's what's gonna be fun. An accumulator with a green input, extremely useful to store energy. Okay, we love that. A green input, Anya. Okay, Let's grab our question mark. Brother, wait, this is Slopper Jackson, by the way. You forgot your regeneration cell. Isn't it your most important module? Let's get rid of those monsters together. Switch over to Slopper Jackson's rack. I'm sorry, I'm 11 years old. Okay, so this is Slopper Jackson. Move the regeneration cell into the backpack. Here's my regeneration cell. Move it into the backpack, and then move back to Slopper Johnson. To be fair, Slopper Johnson is so much worse than Slopper Jackson. Now, you can think about it. Okay, switch back, move it onto your rack. We'll move it onto your rack right here. So what does this do? Can be charged. At the beginning of the owner's turn, remove a stored energy to apply 1 healing to all characters. And then this generates an energy. Okay, so we can wire you up. Remove a stored energy. So that applies an energy. So we would basically like start with 1 turn off. Oh, but I can't connect you. But this is storage, right? So I can do this. It can only be charged or discharged. Okay, interesting. I'll have to mess around with this. Here's the timeline. Timeline shows the succession of the upcoming turns. Now it is Slopper Johnson's turn. Time will tick forward. In 4 steps, it'll be the Chrono Cat's turn. 2 steps later, it'll be Slopper Jackson's turn. See that highlighted circle? That's where Slopper Johnson's next turn will be. Okay. After that, in 8 steps, it'll be the Fox's turn. Okay, so let's talk about this regeneration cell. Let's prepare your next chain reaction. Use this turn to charge your regeneration cell. Okay, I'm just gonna put it exactly how it is in the tutorial because I'm terrified. Start of Slopper Johnson's next turn, it'll apply +1 healing to both heroes. This will trigger the cure sensor twice. You don't have a cure sensor though, just you. But you generate an energy whenever anybody receives healing. Okay, that's cool. That's really cool. So we can now send this. It's going to generate 2 energy. We're going to send the 2 energy into here, and the next turn you're going to transfer 2 energy to do 2 damage, right? Now what's going on with you, my guy? Generates an energy on both output jacks, so that's a green and a purple. Dual generator, kind of sick. And then you inflict a target with grav charge. Okay, and then you deal damage. So we can just deal a damage. Inflicts with grav charge. And amplification +1. Okay, you know what? They're gonna teach me how to use you in a little bit, but let's start by turning on some voltage here. So this is going to charge this, which generates... Excuse me? Turns can be moved forward or backwards in time by applying Grav Charge Plus or Grav Charge Minus. Okay, Grav Charge Plus slows down combatants, which pushes them backwards on the timeline. Grav Charge Minus accelerates. Okay. Plus, slow. Minus, speed up. Okay. So that pushed me forward. Chrono Cat applied to Slopper Johnson, pushing his turn behind the Fox. Okay. That's fine. Slopper Jackson can manipulate the time with his decelerator, though, because this is applying Grav Plus. So now, push that Fox's turn behind that of Slopper Johnson, because this is amplify with a +1, so this does 2. Bro, we're cooked. We are so screwed. My brain is not ready for this. So, when I activate you, I can select the target for the blaster. I'd like to select the Chrono Cat, to be honest with you. But they're gonna make me do this guy, and that's fine. Then we'll decelerate you. We'll put you behind Slopper Johnson now. Now on this turn, this has activated, because this does the healing at the start of the next turn. We love that. So both people triggered. This now received this. I'm going to. So this generated an energy. Sensors lose all energy at the end of the owner's turn. Beautiful. So that's now going to send it into here. Route it into the accumulator where it will be stored. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. We love it. That's exactly what I want. I think I maybe added I added my line before the game wanted me to. Are we good here? Oh, except you want me to deal with damage now? That does make sense, because we can kill this guy now. So we would... Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, because we can't store... We want to store 2 energy here. We don't want to... This is just overkill, when we could instead kill the guy. Yeah, this is intelligent. Let's kill you. That makes... And this still charges. No, it's just moving it in. Oh, boy. Your cure sensor has overload, which means that discharging it will set it on a cooldown. Ah, that's actually great for us, because now it makes sense for us to take a turn off, I think. The earlier you end a battle, the better loot you receive. Okay, always aim for the best possible rating, so a bit of a puzzle game, okay. Bit of a puzzle game, we do love that for us. Let's activate. It's gonna do a nice 1 damage blast to you, and then I will choose you to go back in time to be on the same lane as Slopper Johnson. So now we will discharge my accumulator by removing this line and connecting this one. And we can recharge this guy for next turn as well, which is intelligent. And then we'll activate you, you get charged, big old kabang, and I finish the fight on that turn, which is lovely. And now I have new loot. A plasma converter converts energy into plasma. Oh, lordy, okay. That's fine. We've got some plasma now. We're still just in the tutorial, okay? It's all going crazy. Strong gravio activity in these swamps. Get out me swamp. Must come from the scary giant mushroom. If we stick to what we have learned, we can defeat it. Okay, Slopper Johnson. This is Jackson. Just kidding. I want to know how many characters there are in this dang game, dude. We're going to be able to push back Fantastic Mr. Fox 2 spaces, which gives you the ability to slide in. Boss Shroom, what do? You do a little manipulation, making yourself speed up. Oh, and then you... Ooh, it's kind of nasty. Okay, that's kind of nasty. So, I do think we still want to get rid of Mr. Fox here. But then that's going to require me to... Because this is a total mess right now. Although you're actually... So between battles, stores up to 2 energy throughout turns and battles. Dude, that is huge for us. Okay. That's huge for us. So, Slopper Jackson, to be fair, your turn is very straightforward right now. I want to hit you with the blaster. And then this is going to sound insane. I kind of want to hit you. Because I don't really want you to have a turn. So I'm going to let the fox have a turn because it's 1 damage. I'm going to heal that damage immediately, right? I know that a lot of you are going to be like, Tyler, I don't know about that play. You just have some trust and faith in yours truly over here, and I'll bring you to the damn promised land. So this is now squared away. This is going to end up taking a turn off, which means I don't need to store that there. So I would like to do 1 damage, okay? We'll be prepared for the 2 damage on the next turn. I'd like to kill Mr. Fox now. And then we get 2 turns before the next turn, bro. And we're just going to keep pushing this guy back over and over. Now, what the heck is this? Equilibrium? A permanent storm that circles the surface of the earth? Oh, lordy, okay. Sure. We'll deal with that when the time comes. They'll teach me it, and if they don't, boy, I'm going to have a choice bit of words for them. So, get hit for 1. I'm going to decelerate you. Now, that deceleration, unfortunately, doesn't do much for us. But I think that's okay. I would like to connect... Can I move you to, like, here? Just for clarity's sake. This is going to do 2 damage to you. I'm going to load you up with a nice little heal. Okay. Now, what's going on with this sucker? Converts energy into plasma. I got 2 plasma. It's a universal jack, so theoretically I can... Just kidding. Can't do that at all. We'll figure out what that means in the future, but for right now, charge me up, hit you for 2. I like the plays that we have existing here. You guys have pushed me back a little bit, but I'm going to tell you, the damage that I have is far too much for you, maybe, potentially. So it's time for the turn of the gravitational equilibrium. Regularly appears to equalize gravitational charge. So gravitational charge is halved And then grav charge minus causes a grav spike. Any grav charge on a combatant is completely removed and they receive half of it as damage rounded up. Okay, so those get halved. I didn't have any grav minus, so that's something for us to keep our eyes on in the future. So I hit you for 1. There's no reason to decelerate myself yet. In the future, there may be reason for me to decelerate myself, okay? But we're not quite there yet. This time, let's convert our excess energy to plasma? Really? You want to do that right now? I guess that makes sense. So we're going to wire up this to this. Okay. Sure. And then you want me to take a turn off to just hit you? Which makes sense because I'll then kill you on the next turn. Okay. So I'll hit you. Here I am trying to strategize and the game's like, bro, you haven't finished the tutorial. And that's fair, okay? That's very fair. I respect it immensely. Please go ahead and hit me with your best shot. Fire away, Pat Benatar. Okay, and then I'll decelerate you just because it's funny. Okay, Slopper Jackson, you're doing good. What do we got now? The Potion Factory constructs a universal healing potion that has a little amplification. It's a +1. If I use it to construct healing potions, we can generate even more energy. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll mess around with you. Now, who do I want it on? That's the question of the hour, right? I got no clue. So back in camp, you can use plasma to heal or revive your characters. You can also gradually restore buildings in which you can buy upgrade modules. This is probably meta progression, potentially, maybe? Seems intelligent. So the module workshop, buy rare modules with plasma. I'll put down 1 as a down payment, and then I'll take a look at you. Ah, so I can just straight up spend. So another cure sensor. I mean, bro, this seems like really good to me. An accumulator that can store 3 energy instead of 2, but it's a blue output, which is interesting. So we would go green. We could do an accumulator on you. What is this, by the way? This is an amplifier, but it's got some crust. Okay, adds +1 energy to the current. Prevents module activation. The first incoming energy will permanently break the crust. So it's kind of a delayed. I think you want... Oh, this is malfunctioning though. So when discharged, it receives an out of order. I mean, this seems like a difficult decision all around. I think another cure sensor opens up the most nonsense though. So I'm gonna buy you. And then I want you on Slopper Johnson. And then this constructs a universal healing potion. I think... Well, I mean, this is good on you because now I can send this into here instead. I'm gonna push the button to buy, okay? Now I can also sell, but I would prefer to just keep my stuff. Start the adventure. I'm like terrified, okay? But we're gonna figure it out. We'll try to do stage 1 today, and then I mean we'll probably move on to stage 2 in the next episode. This hopefully you enjoy this because I'm desiring playing a lot of it. So we'll see where life takes me. So send me in. We got Slopper Johnson. We got Slopper Jackson. I also don't know if there's other characters. I would be very intrigued if there were. So we've got our cure sensor. You've got your potion factory. I think that we like that for what it's worth. I'd like to start with just our standard old standard here. We can move up Slopper Johnson to hit before. So we can kill the shroom on this turn. Well, hold on, actually. We could... No, we want to do damage on this turn. Because we're going to hit you for 1. Then Slopper Jackson's going to hit you for 1. And then that leaves us the potential... Although we're going to generate more, more energy. I mean, we have the potential to bust out, like, a lot of action here. And this is a sensor with a purple line. I want to bring you into here, I think. Yeah, I want to bring you into here. The plasma converter is the confusing part. Now, do I want to? I can hit you. I think I want to hit you for 1. Then Slopper Jackson's gonna hit you for 1. But if I lined up the heal instead, and then I get you to push him forward, we're gonna gain the extra energy on both of them. But we're not gonna be able to kill you on that turn. I need to kill the purple mushroom first. So I'm gonna turn on the voltage. Pull the lever, Kronk, okay? We're gonna blast purple mushroom. We're gonna make sure the purple mushroom can't do crap, is my idea. So you are going to take the turn off. Oh, bro, I didn't time this right. Yeah, I did not time this right. Well, no, this actually ends up being fine because we're gonna decelerate you. That pushes you way beyond. And now I'm lined up with here. And that's pretty good. So let's go for generating the heals on this turn, which is going to generate this, which allows us to get some potions going. Could also generate plasma, which I think is a unique idea. So let's bring that in, and we got a lot of choices when we get over there, but this choice is pretty straightforward. I'm going to do this, which generates, that's at the end of the next turn though, that generates the heal. So do I want to hit you for 1? I really don't need to decelerate you on this turn. So I think we would want to... Do I want to just make juice, or do I want to make a potion? The potion is just going to be a healing potion, but it might be a beneficial, or I'd just get greedy. I'm going to just get greedy. Okay, so we are going to decelerate. I still don't see a good reason to decelerate anybody but this guy at this point. So both heal, both generate a crap load of energy. I can now dump this into here. We can go with just this. I kill you with Slopper Johnson on my next turn. Bro, this game will be the one that breaks me. This is going to be the game that makes everybody go, I'm never watching this channel ever again. So I can kill you on this turn. And then that means that your ass, does this stay? Yeah, you store the energy between battles, which is even more crazy, right? So that's going to kill you. I don't need to decelerate you, so make a potion instead. We're going to make money, we're going to make a potion. And I'll still hit you for 2 because this is generating 2. Send it. This is the ideal scenario. So I get a healing potion, I get a plasma, and I murder you. It's a win-win for really just the Slopper brothers. Not a win-win for that person. Trauma sensor. Generate an energy whenever a player takes damage. Very intriguing. I get to choose one though. Permanently remove overload from a module on this rack. Or permanently remove malfunctioning from a module on this rack and replace it with overload. So overload is when activated, it receives cooldown for a turn. So we could remove the cooldown from this guy, which is interesting. I'm gonna tell you, I don't mind the trauma sensor. But I feel like this is better. Right? I feel like this is better. I think this is better. And we're going to use it. Will be activated during voltage sequence. Permanently remove overload from a module on this rack. So it could hit. We don't know which one it's gonna hit, bro. Unless I take it. I wanna put you. I'll need you on you, because then it's guaranteed to hit this one. And then we can just keep buffing healing and just create like a this to here, take a turn off to do 2 damage over and over. Maybe. Maybe. I think I'm okay with it. So these guys are just 2 damage bangers. And we're starting with Slopper Jackson's turn. He's got a nice little potion here as well. Applies healing to the owner. Now keep in mind, when you receive healing, both people are going to charge their sensor. But also keep in mind that this bro already got 2 energy in his sensor. So we're going to, on your turn, kill one of them. Right? And we obviously want to turn you on and then destroy you so that this gets rid of its overload. Yeah. So what I'm really considering, I'm going to tell you, is bringing in this and running a... We need to push you back here. But I think I want to do this to generate the heal to activate both of your sensors. And I think it kind of goes crazy, actually. This would then link to here. I don't know, man. I'm just kind of here. Now, we didn't actually heal any of these guys. Like, I wanted it to heal you, but I guess the potion only heals on the person that it is set to heal. Now, this has generated energy. And this energy goes away, I guess, so that was a bit of a waste. Why did you not generate? Why did you not generate? It's because no, I didn't need to charge you. I'm not 100% sure, and that's okay. All right, that's okay. Let's do this. That generates the healing for next turn. This has now lost its overload, which is exciting. We're going to kill you. And then, to be honest with you, I mean, we find ourselves in pretty good shape here. Like, this is not a bad situation at all. I do not need to do that, so we can take the time to generate plasma. Maybe do a little damage on you. Next turn, everything is going to get overloaded, so let's prepare to link that up. We'll do 1 damage to you, a little plasma generation. That heals both of you, which buffs both of these. Okay, very good. Very good. Now, I want to kill you on this turn, though. It's very violent, the way I worded that. You're going to go into here. You're going to buff this. That'll accumulate the 2 energy for next turn. I think we're in great shape. I think we're in excellent shape. So then you're carrying over 2 energy. Now, the Slapper Jackson, this... It doesn't say that it gets rid of that, but I have a feeling it's going to get rid of that. So what are you? Sensor amplifier changes the color from red to purple. Adds an energy to the current if wired behind a sensor module. Okay, and then this is a vulnerability ray. Inflict the target enemy with vulnerable. Duration is the energy amount given times 3, but it does have an amplification in there. And you also have overload. You're interesting. Changing the current. I'm going to tell you, this feels correct to me. But I don't actually know where I would put it right now. Because you're red and green. You're green and purple. I could swap some stuff around to get a red and purple. You know, you get the amplification. But the amplification, I mean, you're technically an amplification on purple. So I can move this one into here. But then you receive overload. It's basically I'd be doing 2 damage to you and then getting rid of it. I think this is better to get a vulnerable on somebody. Now, it's definitely going into Slapper Jackson's rack here. It's just like messy all around, to be honest, but I like it. I like it. I'm a sucker for question marks. I really am. But I have collected a good bit of plasma. Let's go up. I mean, we gotta at least go up so we can figure out what the next steps are here. This is an excellent turn for us because we immediately kill one of the grav shrooms. So send it, right? We like this current path. Current being a haha funny in that scenario, since we're talking about energy. Vulnerable really does not matter on you, so I'm not gonna sweat this too much. This is discharging. I could kill you on this turn. I could kill you on this turn, but is that actually intelligent? And the answer is, like, friggin' hell yeah, that's intelligent. I get to finish a fight extraordinarily early, which gives me more loot, and I still generate my extra stuff as well. It's a banger fight. So the transmogrifier, destroy another target module on this rack to construct one that is different on the same level and is malfunctioning. I don't think so. It's a rare? Really? Really? I don't think that's that good. But I really don't need a Potion Factory +1, I don't think. Like, you're a Potion Factory +1 already. But you're a unique. This is a Potion Factory +1 that it has a red module. So you would be an additional thing on Slopper Johnson that we could wire into. Produces more healing. Obviously, we have the healing cure sensor, which buffs our stuff. I mean, maybe you run Transmogrifier, but I really don't like it. I'm gonna bring in this. I think it's more intelligent. I mean, you're both gonna be generating healing. Let's put that on you for right now. Now, do I need a shop? I'm gonna skip the shop. Okay, I'm gonna skip the shop. I'm gonna go for the question mark instead of the shop, and we're gonna see whether or not that's an intelligent idea. So, we received healing because I think this was holding on to stuff. So let's send that into you. At this point, we can send that and just do 1 damage. We'll try to kill the shroom off immediately. Although, you know what? We could kill the frog immediately. The shroom is much less of a concern for me. Vulnerable. Incoming damage amplified by 1. See, if Slopper Johnson, or Slopper Jackson went, you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, they're very similar in their nature. If we could apply the vulnerability first, then this would go crazy, but we can't. So we're going to kill, although I suppose I could. This is storing. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do that. In the idea of trying to kill, I mean, we can still do this actually, because we'll just put the green current into here to generate plasma. We're going to add vulnerability to the frog. Okay. Incoming damage amplified by 1. Then next turn, you're going to be able to route in for 2, which is going to do 3 damage to this frog. So I'm going to kill the... Yeah, we're going to kill... This is 1 damage. This is 2 damage. It doesn't matter. Unless I kill the frog first. But that effectively is useless. I should be taking the turn on this turn, because we can kill this guy in 1 hit, and then kill this guy in 1 hit. I should be taking this turn to generate a potion. Or, the more intelligent thing is probably to take this turn to generate a heal, so that we recharge our sensors. At least this one. This one's going to take a turn off because he's malfunctioning. That was why it didn't activate before. Okay. Sorry. I think I'm good with this. It's a lot of thinking and talking through how the voltage lines are going to go. But now we would activate you. It's going to start with my vulnerability, which is going to go on you. You are now vulnerable. And then my 2 damage is going to go on you. That kills you. Frog gets a turn. It's 1 damage. But that's why we did this, because that heals you. That generates 2 of those. Going to throw it into there. And then it should be as simple. Oh, I can't put it into there, though. You do get another turn. Yeah, I have to kill you. This becomes a waste of energy. So, and this is where efficiencies I'm starting to figure out how we need to do some of this. I need to get something that has a green input in here, so that if I have to discharge from this and I don't have somewhere to dump green, we have a line we could dump green into. But this should kill you, is the way I see it. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. That energy dissipates, but that's life. So, like, this is interesting to me, because now we can accumulate multiple in Slopper Johnson. This is a durability enhancer, removes the overload and stuff. I really think that this is the best play. with the idea of then moving in a purple. So can I take a look at you? Because now you could theoretically bring in the vulnerability ray into you instead. And the idea would be that we... No, because you need that to more reliably come out. Because that's the ability to do 3 damage. You would instead want to probably... I think now you want the plasma so that you can dissipate into plasma and generate 2 plasma if you need. I think that's very good. Okay, yeah, continue. Healing station. It's already been used, but someone must have forgotten to take the module with them. It's a health enhancer. Permanently increase the character's max HP and apply 1 healing to him. So we can toggle when to activate this, which is interesting because that can help us to generate some energy on our stuff. So this is a boss fight, is my bet. And I'm a little terrified. I mean, you got 7 health, which is quite a bit. And you're intending on attacking here, and we still have this lightning rod out here. A gravitational pylon. Fills might whenever the turn order is changed. Removes all might to deal that much damage to the enemy. Alright, yeah. I mean, kind of nasty. Kind of nasty, but that's life. So Slopper Jackson first. I do think that putting vulnerability on you is very important. However, I think it's going to be more important to push this guy back so that Slopper Johnson gets another turn. We should be trying to kill this guy before he gets a turn. But if I do that, pushing you back has no value. So instead... Yeah, instead, let's just generate another potion. Is that what I want to do? So I would hit you for 1, then let's determine what your turn is, right? So your turn, we would be basically going all in on just hitting you here. And then that gives you a turn, which you've got, you know, some nasty stuff going on here. But then, I mean, realistically, we need to make sure you don't get a turn. I need to prepare for the long-term future. I need to buff this to provide the healing. I need to push back the pylon so that Slopper Johnson now takes 2 turns to damage. So your next turn, well, you'd be buffing this. I'm hitting you for 1. Next turn, you could hit for 1. And we could send... Next turn is just going to be sending it into here. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. So, Slopper Jackson first. Dude, it's crazy like how much you got to think about here. This is for Blaster. We're going to kill you with Blaster. Oh my god, I counted wrong. Oh, that's a damn shame. Okay. Yeah, I counted wrong. Now, by doing this, it actually pushes you out way further. So that's the intelligent decision with that, but this one does hurt. Because now that maybe changes the way that I want to handle this. I think I need to kill the pylon. We take a little bit of a turn off. I just don't want that guy in there. In these kinds of games, you want to get rid of everybody possible as quickly as possible. So do this. No damage has been taken. We're going to handle some healing here. And make sure that we're buffing our sensors because that's a huge part of our play. This is now a great time to add the vulnerability to you. Pushing you back really does not do much for us. But neither does generating any things here. So apply the vulnerable. We're gonna decelerate you anyway. Gives us 2 full turns after this one. Okay, I mean, kind of nasty, but he'll get healed. Okay. So Slopper Jackson's turn now. We can't provide this. So the heal has not come in yet, which is unfortunate. But I can apply the heal here. Hit you for what will be 2. So that heals you for 2 because of the accelerator. That buffs both of these. Hits you just for 1? Oh, did the vulnerability wear off already? That's kind of nuts, if so. Now, this guy's got 3 energy. You're gonna hate that play. But I think I want to just generate 3 plasma with that. No, you're going to remove all grav charge and deal that much damage. So as long as you're not doing... You can't kill me. So if you can't kill me, I am not going to do anything. And this just generates a potion. Amplified, so it's +2 heal. I think I just need to hit you. My issue here is that, like, we have excess energy. So I'm just going to dump that into plasma and continue to fuel our Econ for the future. So there's my 2 damage. We'll heal you soon, okay? Because now it's your turn again. So now I can send this back into here. And realistically, it's probably intelligent for us to turn this on. It'll be destroyed. But I'll increase your HP permanently, which is a huge play. You know, this module exists to be gotten rid of. There's no reason not to do it during a boss fight, is how I see it. And now this has extra energy, so we can do some crazy stuff like vulnerable you, and then send in a mega hit. This will be for 4 on you. And I can push you back 2 turns, which allows Slopper Johnson to kill you. It's a massive turn. It's an absolutely massive turn. So you are now vulnerable. You are going to have 4 damage dealt to you. Beautiful. That could not be better. I decelerate you over 2. And now Slopper Johnson goes first. So that generates an energy down here. 2 energy. We are going to kill you. And we are going to dissipate 2 energy. I mean, I could put it into plasma, or I can put it into these and make a future fight easier. I already made the big play with the plasma. Let's help future Tyler and just attack you here. Huge play. Goodbye, boss. It's been nice. Hope you find your paradise, you little freak. Gravitational Dissipator. Beginning of the owner's turn, remove a gravitational plus from all players' characters. I mean, it's interesting. It's just a passive module. It's existing. But this is very cool. Merges 2 currents. So I bring in 2 lines and can output whatever line I want. See, like, this is a pretty huge play for Slopper Johnson again. Because now I have another thing that I can dissipate off of green. And when I get this going, oh god, dude, there's a lot of potential here. I think you have to take this. I think it does have to go on you as well. And I think it's going to get very interesting. So that's part 1 completed. Module workshop, I gotta spend. So this is not permanent progression, by the way. Some more stuff coming in early access. Developing your own character. That's kind of crazy. The rest of this time capsule developed during early access, but there's 4 of these that are available in the current game, it appears. We'll figure out how that works in the future. But let's open you up, get a little down payment. I can actually open up more of these too. Get an additional module as option for loot. Buy cracked modules with plasma. So if I go into the module workshop, what do you got? Pass-through upgrader applies a permanent upgrade +1 to target pass-through module. This is a pass-through module, so a permanent upgrade +1. So this would just buff that current +1. It's pretty nuts, man. Generator modules on this rack have a 33% chance of generating an energy, so it's It's basically just making this do even more energy, which is great, obviously. Generates an energy on activation, but inflicts the owner with gravitational recoil. But it requires being charged, no? So I think I'm struggling with that piece here. This is just passive. All generators on this rack. If I could get another generator, dude, Slopper Johnson could go crazy. You have to take this on the chance of some greatness. And now you're gonna hate this decision, but I'm going to sell. This is a rare, bro. It only sells for 1 plasma. Don't sell it. Okay, don't sell it. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that module that we had. With 4 remaining, I'm going to put down. I can only put down 1 at a time. Okay, I'll put down 2 as future down payments. That's fine. And then we'll continue our adventure. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue that adventure in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying Rogue Voltage, please feel free to leave a like on the video. I'll be at bare minimum finishing this run, so you can expect some more content here within the next couple days. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.